Hi Pisces, welcome to your What They Can't Get Over reading for October 19th through November 18th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the link to the Recommend a Reader shout out, which goes to the Goddess Guidance. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right. So this is, full disclosure, this is like the second or third time I've done this. The first one I wasn't taping. Then I started taping and it got weird because it was like your person. Okay, here's what happened before I shut it off, because then it got muddy and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Everything's getting flipped on me. And that means that you two feel the same. For me, that means that you two feel the same about each other. Okay, so what happened was your person, they weren't feeling conflicted anymore, and they weren't going to be able to help themselves much longer before they reached out. But it looks like enough time has gone by to where they were still thinking about you, and they're like, why am I still thinking about Pisces? Because for a long time I think they blamed you or they were upset with you. And all of a sudden now, like the past about 6 weeks, they're just like, about past 6 weeks. And they're like, well, maybe since I'm thinking about Pisces so much, maybe it was me that was controlling. Maybe I was the one, because the devil showed up, the emperor showed up, like there was all kinds of, but then there were all these, there was a love there. So there was still this affection and fondness and affinity, but they couldn't take the lack of stability and structure in the relationship. And I think it felt like they started to overcompensate and get really domineering and controlling because of the lack of it. They started to really assert themselves. And so they were going to wait as long as they could, but if they couldn't, they were going to just kind of show back up or reach out online. But I think they were hoping that you would before then, because so what happened was they started doing a lot of soul searching. They stopped blaming you. They started doing some soul searching. And in a way, I think to save themselves from themselves, they were kind of hoping that you would reach out and you would say, hey, I like that you would take the initiative and say, I'm sorry for not being more reliable or dependable in the relationship, because they're doing a lot of soul searching, realizing that they might have been over controlling or domineering because they felt such a lack of security or lack of stability. And that I think they're really hoping that you would own up to that too. Like meet in the middle, because they blamed you before. Now they're looking at themselves, and now they're like, okay, maybe we can meet in the middle. Pisces, please come and save me from myself and take some of the blame. That's what it amounted to. The emperor showed up, the empress. There was a love there, but this is somebody that just was having real issues with things not being stable and secure. And it could have even been traditional roles. This is somebody that wants traditional roles in a relationship, and they couldn't take the fluidity that Pisces offers. All right. Not to say that there's cheating, but just that, this is somebody that just didn't, maybe the values were different. Even though there's a great love there, the values for relationship and home were different. And this person wanted things a certain way, and they're kind of hoping, maybe it's a long shot, but they're kind of hoping that Pisces, I could have been more reliable or dependable. All right, so that was that reading. Okay, so what else for Pisces? Hi, Pisces. All right, what they can't get over. Let's try this one. They can't get over. All right. Pisces. The Magician, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. All right. The Hanged Man, 10 of Pentacles, this could be Pisces, 7 of Wands, 4 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Well, look at that, all those Pentacles. All right, let me put you here. Hold on a minute. Okay. I don't want that. All right. So, what they can't get over, Pisces? What's this Seven of Wands about? What's Seven of Wands about? Oh, Judgment. Kind of like you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius. Okay, all right. Four of Swords. What's this? Oh, are we? What's this Four of Swords about? Page of Swords. What's this Knight of Pentacles about? All right, I'll put it together in a minute. Hold on. What's this Knight of Pentacles? This is somebody that's been watching and waiting, and they've been thinking about reconciliation all along. They've never felt comfortable with the breakup, and they've never felt comfortable with the idea of reconciling. And they've spent a lot of, this is soul searching again. It's kind of similar to this is somebody that's been soul searching, and stability was definitely a concern. Reliability, trustworthiness. There was too much unknown about the goings on or the future, what could be, the possibilities, all that. There was not a whole lot of, this is someone that just, it feels like they had a real problem with not knowing what was going to happen in the future. And it made them really controlling, because we got the Knight of Pentacles here, about the present. So this is very similar to the last reading. Wow, what's this Three of Pentacles about? Two of Cups. Same thing. Same thing as the last reading. We got reconciliation, someone working on this, someone thinking about reconciling, biding their time, but all the while, Pisces is not far from their thoughts, still thinking about Pisces, still thinking about Pisces, still watching Pisces, had issues with control and fundamental fears, lack of security. The reason why they're looking at themselves and they've been biding their time is because these are issues from the past that are coming up for them also. And so we've got this someone taking the long view and taking their time thinking about the past, looking at everything, maybe thinking, hey, I was kind of a jerk. Maybe I was kind of controlling. Maybe I was over. So here's this review of the past. Maybe I was over analyzing everything. Maybe I was just too intense. Maybe I was just too, dogmatic and domineering, whatnot. And this is them going back and forth, doing the right thing, being conflicted, feeling this. Oh, Pisces. All right. This is somebody that has never quite gotten over things. They've just taken a break from it, but they're still trying to work it out. They're still going back and forth. They have not approached you yet, but they're watching and waiting. Maybe they're thinking eventually it's going to be the right time for them to do so, but right now they're still thinking about things. What's this Hangman about? What's this Hangman about? All right. So we got feeling like they don't have any control. And in the last reading, the Devil was there, the Emperor was there, control, control, control. This is someone probably weighing the benefits of control versus the benefits of connection and love, right? This is someone that could get themselves down from this position, but it's almost like they're tired of fighting it. They're tired of being mad. They're tired of, and they're going to be like, okay, let's consider the other side. Let's take a look at the past. Let's take a look at everything realistically. I'm tired of fighting this. I'm tired of being mad. I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of fighting this. I love this person. Now what? They're trying to figure everything out. They're trying to figure out what to do and what they can make happen. But this is someone still being unto themselves and thinking. I think this person is starting to dawn on them that it wasn't all your fault. Duh. But they're starting to take a look at their own issues and how how their own issues might have exacerbated their issues in the relationship that kept them from being able to let things go. And there's this back and forth. Like I think they've had some realizations, but they're not ready to do anything about that yet. They're not ready to do anything about that. They're still, it's like when it comes up, they just, and then they go back and start thinking again. So they haven't done anything. They might, but it's like they get up to a certain point and they recede, probably out of fear. I'll tell you one thing though, they're sorry. I know that. They feel sorrow, or they feel sorry over how things played out. What's this? Two of Pumpkins. This is Two of Pentacles. Pisces. The Emperor. Glad you decided to join the conversation. It's Aries. So I think this person is wanting to give themselves a little more time. Now, this is for those of you, if you want a reconciliation, that you probably find this interesting, right? But if you don't, you're just like, the big jerk. But the thing is, this is someone that is really taking a look at everything, because I don't think they want to make the same mistakes again. I think they feel kind of sheepish. And I think they're really hoping that if they do approach, that it could be like where you two have a meeting of the minds, where it's like you two, because if you meet, there's no just being friends. If they approach you, it's for a reconciliation. This is not someone that's going to show, at least for the Pisces that I'm reading for, this is not someone that's going to show back up in your life just to see how you're doing and to be friends and check in. This is someone that's pretty much working up the courage to approach you again about a reconciliation. They get up to a certain point and then they go back. So when this person approaches you, because they are sorry, they do feel badly, they spend enough time in review, I think they're hoping that it could be kind of where you two reach a balance of sorts, because they're starting to own up to the fact that they were way over the other way, right? For their own reasons. It's not that you caused them to feel that way. They had that coming in. They're starting to see how maybe their triggers are needing control and things a certain way. And because you were much more fluid about things, or maybe you were just, you didn't need to die on that hill all the time, because if that happens, you die a lot in life, right? So you were less intense, less about things, and they're realizing, okay, maybe that's a little bit of a problem in a relationship, right? Can't be so controlling. There's got to be more of a balance. So they're going to be coming back in, although they wouldn't be mad if you reached out first, let's be honest. But I think they're hoping for, while they're owning up to their mistakes and realizing, okay, I was kind of a jerk, a controlling jerk, I think they're hoping that you would also be willing to admit some faults, or just say, well, yeah, I could see that you like things a certain way, so, I probably wasn't very sensitive about that, or I probably didn't realize how important it was to you to have the, such and such or whatever. So it feels like they feel sheepish. They feel sheepish, like that. I think that's why they get up to a certain point and then they go back and want to think about it some more. Because they feel like you could, if they do approach you, you could just destroy them with being like, you're a controlling jerk and no. And with the way they feel, it's like that would just be like the second crisis, and it'd be another 2 years before they were able to, dig themselves out again. So there's a lot of like just feeling sheepish and conflicted, and oh God, I can't believe I did that, and yet there's this awareness that they know about their issues, but it's like they don't. It's almost like, look, I know I can be this way. I know I can be a controlling person. I know this, that, and the other, but it would really help if you could be a little more of this or that to help me with that type of thing. It's more of like a negotiation than it is someone wanting to be dogmatic. They realize that's not a good idea. It doesn't work. I don't know though. It kind of feels like you're resolute. Like, don't even bother, because I will shred you if you show up on my doorstep, or, I've already blocked you, so I'm not going to see any texts or whatever's, but don't, some of you, it feels like you're mad. But for those of you that want this, I mean, what's this 10 of Pentacles about? The Empress. And there it is. Yep, the stability factor. All right. It could be Taurus or Aries. So this is somebody that probably had just issues with control, not being able to let go and connect and love and let some things go. Like some things you just gotta let go. You know what I mean? This is somebody who couldn't. And we've got the Emperor, the Hangman. This is someone, and this is shades of the last reading too that I just cut off. But it's like they over-controlled this relationship, and in hindsight, they're realizing, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So what they can't get over, issues of control and stability and needing things a certain way and needing to feel safe and secure, but not because they're blaming you for not providing that. They see now that it's their own issues. That, you know, when you're by yourself, everything's fine, right? But when you're in a relationship, that's the mirror. And they're seeing now that, oh, maybe I kind of was a bit perfectionistic and controlling and just and wanted things my way only. So, yeah. I think they realize they're going to have to be a bit more flexible and yielding. Can't go wrong there. What else for Pisces? So it's twofold. It's they can't get over that things weren't stable and secure as they needed them to be, but they also realize that, okay, I can't be a domineering jerk. And then two, there's still this very deep, abiding love for you. I'm surprised the Lovers didn't show up. Oh, the Lovers showed up in the last one. So the last Pisces, the one that I didn't air, the Lovers showed up in that one. The Lovers was right here. All right. I think when you two ended, they thought that, oh, this is 9 of Cups, by the way. This is someone hoping they'll get their wish. I think they thought that, well, I'm just going to go and everything was fine. But enough time has gone by and enough review of the past that they've been like, why can't I stop thinking about Pisces? 2 of Cups. And they've kind of started to figure out that, you know what, it's because I can't hang everything on Pisces. Some of this was my fault too, and I know I have my own issues and triggers. So maybe Pisces and I can meet in the middle, because they really do miss that, what you did provide. They really do miss that nurturing and that caring and that kindness, and they miss that. Yeah. What else for Pisces? Change. When they come in, because they are, about 3 months, don't be surprised if it's a series of going back and forth of you two talking and kind of getting to know each other again, listening to each other like you didn't used to, when, you know, and it's kind of like this series of fact-finding and negotiation. It's going to take about 6 months. I know, right? But so 2 months, inside of 2 months, they're going to be coming back in. 6 months from there is when this kind of fact-finding and getting to know each other again and investigation, listening and realizing some things and kind of being very careful and kind of, and who knows where that'll lead. I mean, honestly, some of you could be like, nope, shut the door, I'm not talking. Others of you could just be like, yeah, maybe we're just friends. But I'll tell you what, this person, though, coming in, does not have just friends on the mind. It might end up there, but they're coming in, when they finally work up the courage to do it, they're coming in with wanting to apologize and wanting to see if you're still open, and then kind of talk about things, get to know you again, explain it, get the ball rolling again. And it's going to be very tentative, because I think they're afraid that you're going to, bite their head off. But it's going to be a series over the next 6 months after they come back in of getting to know them again, and you going back and forth, and how are you, and remember when we this, I'm really sorry about that. What would you think about this? And and it goes from there. It's going to be your choice, because this person, whether they like it or not, is all in. And I think that's what they've had a hard time with, is that for the way they felt when things ended, and then here it is, this time gone by, and they're still thinking about you. Not only still thinking about it, they realized they loved you and they needed to yield more, and they had some issues that they needed to work out that weren't your fault. So, yeah. Yeah, this is, get ready. What else for Pisces? That's for Pisces. 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Someone's been working on themselves, and now they're at the crossroads, telling themselves, well, I just don't know. Please. They've already decided that they want to work on this and they want to invest in this again. They're just trying to get up the courage to make their way back to you. In their mind, it's a done deal. I think, though, they're afraid of your reaction, and they can't bring themselves to actually get off the ground and do it yet, because they're afraid of your reaction, that you'll bite their head off, that you'll have that it won't go the way they've been kind of thinking things could, now that they've had these realizations. All right. And this is that whole negotiation, going back and forth, kind of working on things, taking a very practical approach. Okay, get ready. All right, Pisces, I hope this was helpful. That was kind of a deep dive on that one. And I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope it's what you want. Like, I hope this is, because for some of you that are like, oh, that piece of dirt can this and that and whatever, well, okay. But if you're wanting, if enough of that resonated, I mean, this is what you want. It's coming in. It's there. So fingers crossed. I hope it works out for you. Okay. I hope that, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.